Oh yeah, it's time guys for the evolution of the Five Nights at Freddy's teasers. So yeah, what's up guys, Mairusu here, and today I got real nostalgic and just wanted to look at all the teasers of the past. I thought at the same time might as well do it with you guys for a video. So the evolution of the Five Nights at Freddy's teasers will be had here from 2014 to 2020. I know this is a little different to our past evolution FNaF videos and all that stuff because yeah, I'm gonna have the face cam as you can see and the reactions, blah blah blah. So hopefully you guys enjoy that because I want to reminisce with you lot, and also I want you guys to tell me in the comment section down below which teasers you remember when you came into the fandom, when you found out about Five Nights at Freddy's and started looking at these teasers and all this good stuff. So let me know your memories in the comment section down below. So let's start off here because otherwise this video will be way too long. We're going to cut it kind of short with each picture slash teaser here. Not going to talk about them for too long because again this video will be ages. Anyway, that jibber jabber. The first one ever. I never saw this. I knew of FNaF with FNaF 1, that's how I came about to know it. I wasn't introduced with FNaF 2, FNaF 3, like maybe some of you guys. Again, let me know when you were introduced to the FNaF franchise, because I know there's people out there that came in with FNaF 2, FNaF 3, even FNaF 4, you know, all that good stuff. But yeah, I personally knew of it with the first game. I think nearer to the end, by that I mean when FNaF 2 was about to come out, that sort of thing, but still. FNaF 1, near the end regardless, it was with FNaF 1. We brighten it. Scott didn't do any fancy tricks here. There's no fancy secrets or anything like that. I remember this one, the hype. The hype was so real, and it was saying 2015. No! He was wondering, what the balls is going on here? This isn't quite the Freddy we encountered in the original FNaF 1. Why is he all withered up here? What happened to him? Why is he spookier than he originally was? Because initially, that was spookier, man. More FNaF 2, and seeing a completely different version of Bonnie. We didn't know this was Toy Bonnie back then. We just literally had the thing here saying something borrowed and something new. And then, yeah, we thought, what the heck's that? And then following up, we had the Bonnie and the Bonnie, and then we get the Foxy and Foxy. And what's really interesting about this one, I remember this. I remember these, man. I'm so glad I just joined in, like, with FNaF 1 and just the beginning, man. Like, I'm there from the beginning, and I'm gonna be there for the end. Like, I'm so glad, because I've been on this ride for all this time, and it's been absolutely amazing. So, yeah, what's interesting is that we actually have Mangle here with a hook. I'm guessing the initial design of Mangle was going to be just like with Toy Bonnie to Bonnie and Toy Freddy to Freddy, where they're pretty much the same. But there's like minor differences here and there of their colors and, you know, slightly different shapes and whatnot. But obviously now we know Mangle took a whole different direction, being, well, Mangle and being all like broken up and all that stuff and not having a hook now. I believe Mangle doesn't actually have a hook in its design anymore at all. So yeah, that's real interesting to see. Back then, Mangle was gonna be, you know, the Toy Foxy, you know, like literally the complete fixed version. Oh, this was something, no place to run and exactly one place to hide. I remember this teaser freaking everyone out because everyone was just like, where the flip are the doors? Oh, this was probably one of the first images that used, you know, the elusive, the iconic brighten up the image technique. Yep, it's the whole FNaF 2 puppet teaser. That's right. So initially we only get the glimpse of the cam here. We're thinking, what the heck's going on here? Why have we got this big, you know, blackened out teaser of just a camera with a warning sign, and then we use our big brain IQs, brighten it up, and then for the first time we see the puppet. I don't know how long after this was from the release of FNaF 2, but we get the next teaser for the next FNaF game, FNaF 3. We all thought this was Golden Freddy or Fredbear, because we first heard of Fredbear, I believe, in FNaF 2. And then we go along and brighten up here, and then it says 3. So we get definite confirmation, although I think we knew at the time this was going to be the third game, that yeah, it's the third game. This was kind of a mysterious one. Like, we were thinking, what's going on with the toys here? Because the toys were to do with the last game. That was the obvious last big FNaF game, FNaF 2. So seeing the toys like this really took us back, and we were really thinking, why the heck are they in this box? And while thinking that, I'm pretty sure we all speculated back then that the toys would have a bigger role, but of course, that didn't happen, did it? So, but there we go. We brighten it up and we see the dude. When we started seeing Springtrap in more detail like this, we weren't like, oh, this is Fredbear. We were like, oh, this is salvage. Right, so this was just as simple as that. This is still a FNaF 3 thing. Yeah, associated with FNaF Five Nights at Freddy's 3. It says it right there. So, yep, it's just purple writing, purple guy. Yep, I think that's what we all thought then. Obviously, purple writing, even to this day, and back then it meant purple guy. So we're like, oh my god, it's purple guy. He's got something to do with FNaF 3. I don't know if even with that teaser at that point, we thought salvage was purple guy, but I think some people were piecing that together back then. It was a long time ago, guys. I can't remember everyone's reactions and all that stuff. Right, so we brighten this one up. We see the map, the way it initially looks, and then we brighten it up, and then we see the vental system that is had in the game and the mechanics with it and whatnot. Good stuff there. Pretty much a simple teaser, but it's cool that we brighten up and see the vental stuff. And then Balloon Boy, we're like, what the heck is going on here? And then we get a number 10. I believe what the numbers meant back then were like a teaser a day. So it was gonna, from that point, it was 10 days to the release, and to the release we're gonna get a teaser each day. But that didn't end up happening. I think Scott ended up releasing it a little early, and we didn't get those 10 teasers a day, because I think it was gonna be like 10 animatronics a day, although I don't even think there's 10 animatronics in total in FNaF 3, so I don't know how it's going to completely work out. Yeah, then we got Phantom Watermelon and Phantom Foxy here. It's all in your mind. We brighten it up here. Yeah, nothing really special here. Nothing at all. No secrets, no numbers or anything like that. So Scott ditched the whole number scheme and the whole 10 teasers to the release, because yeah, he released it early. And then FNaF 3 comes out. That's it. We're all done. It's all dusted off. We're complete. We're complete now. We got the trilogy. Nothing else is coming out right now. Scotty's done. Scotty's finished. And because the hat was there for the longest time, it then gets removed randomly. And we all go crazy. Scotty, the hat is gone. What the balls have you done? What the balls are you up to? So we go along and we're like thinking, where's the hat? Somebody took it right now? And yeah, Nightmare Freddy is the one who took it right now. Although he's done something with that hat. Like, you've been biting on it. You've been chomping on it. Like, what's going on, buddy? You got a little hungry there. I don't know. But then the final chapter, October 31st, 2015. It's insane that Scott managed to just make 4 games in the span of a year. He's absolutely wild. I know a lot of people out there say, you know, Scott milks FNaF and it's like a quick cash grab sort of thing. But no, this man works tirelessly, day in, day out. There is so much effort to be had with these games. Like, again, a lot of people think it's just so fast and easy to make. No, I don't. Scott is a hardworking man, and, you know, he deserves the respect. So, yeah, FNaF 4 here, we brighten it up, and then it says something that I can't quite read right now. I think it says Nightmare. Nightmare Bonnie though, was it me? So a lot of these teasers, and dang, they're looking real creepy right now. Like, I was legit scared. Like, look at that guy. So yeah, was it me? I think this was alluding to the whole bite, because a lot of people, even to this day, we're going on about the bite of 87. So I think Scott's teasing us here about which animatronic did the bite, all that good stuff. Okay, moving on. I think we have Chica next, or was it Foxy? Okay, it was Chica next. Right, Nightmare Chica though. And she looking like something else. Was it me? So that's all they say here. And then we got like all this strange writing. I think it might be saying Nightmare again. Or me. So yeah, continuing the whole bite thing there. We brighten it up. Nothing too interesting. I think it says Nightmare yet again. If I'm wrong, let me know. And then this is still continuing the whole FNaF 4 thing. So we get the hat, kind of the hat back on the stage thing here, but it's purple. We brighten it up. Property of, and I believe that's something like Fredbear's Family Diner, I think it's meant to say there. And then we just straight up get the dude himself, Fredbear. Everybody went wild for this teaser. The last ones were cool, sure, but we finally got our first glimpse at Fredbear and just this general creepy image to be had. It was absolutely insane. And then, oh, I remember this being absolute creep. Like, Plushtrap just sat there like that, just slouched there. And that shot with that window, again, the artistic presentation to be had here is insane. So terrible things come in small packages. And dang, looking at this. You know that ain't a lie. You know that ain't a lie. That's something else. Like, Plus Trap looking real creepy, man. Real creepy. And then this is the end of Five Nights at Freddy's 4. The end. Thanks for playing. Again, I really think initially Scott was just gonna finish it up there and then, but yeah, we know now, guys. We know now. Well, I don't know where it's gonna end. Back then, we thought it was gonna end, but now we don't have a clue when it's gonna end. And then that really wholesome teaser here, the whole thank you thing, really wholesome. You know, Scott doing this was incredible. Seeing all the animatronics up until that point in one whole image of him saying thank you. You know, incredible stuff, man. So during a Game 3 live or something like that, Scott was helping out with the FNaF lore and kind of teasing us with these little questions and hints, and I don't even know if we figured any of them out. So yeah, we ended up getting FNaF World, the FNaF RPG adventure game, which a lot of people hate or love. I actually kind of liked it. Scott personally hates it himself. He kind of wants to just brush it under the rug and pretend it never happened, you know, but it was actually alright. It wasn't bad. And then not too long after the whole FNaF World stuff, we then get teasers for the Halloween DLC of FNaF 4. I think with the initial Jacko Bonnie that we now know him as, I think some people thought it was some Springtrap thing, some kind of golden Bonnie. I can't really quite remember, but yeah, during that time we weren't completely sure. And then we got Nightmare Baby looking all creepy and Jacko Chica and just more FNaF Halloween stuff, which was kind of neat. So at this point in the video, we finally bump into the infamous Hanging Mangle. At the time, everyone was shocked because FNaF World was introduced as a cutesy, you know, go happy, go lucky kind of game, just for fun, just for kicks, just for laughs. And then we randomly get Paddleball Mangle hanging. Yeah, that happened. And then we have this. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that says either. What does that say? If you guys know, again, there's so many things you need to tell me, dang it. I don't even know what that says there. I don't even know what that thing is. So that's the deal for FNaF World Update 2. And then we get, you know, stuff about the books. It's the first ever Five Nights at Freddy's book. So a real good milestone for the FNaF franchise, you know. A real good feat in terms of it dipping its toes into more media. We had merchandise in the past, but books, something we never had. So this was really interesting stuff that we're actually getting a full-on, like, you know, novel to do with Five Nights at Freddy's. And back then, like, these first few books, like the Silver Eyes and the Twisted Ones, I think they were completely separate, like, universes. They weren't to do with the game, so whatever lore was had in those books, you didn't have to worry about, like, connecting them to the lore with the actual games. I don't know what the books are about now these days, with, like, the Fazbear Frights stuff. I don't know if they're connected or whatever, but initially the Silver Eyes and all that stuff, from my knowledge, had nothing to do with the games. And then we just randomly got a Merry Christmas. Like, alright. Alright, so we had FNaF World Update 2, brighten it, nothing really interesting there. Okay, but what gets more interesting now? More of a mainline FNaF game, FNaF Sister Location. We did not know it was FNaF Sister Location back then. We saw these lines and we were just like, what the ball, Scotty? Then we started getting all these letters in which no one still had a clue what the flip this actually was trying to say. This is a pure joke. Yeah, April Fool's 2016, but then Scott actually took that joke and made it a thing, and now, as of this video today, there was actually a sequel of that joke becoming a thing, being Freddy's in Space 2, with the whole charity event and whatnot that happened just last December, and then more FNaF World randomly. We just cut to this. Was that a complete accident? Why did we go back to FNaF World? Okay, we're back to, is this a location here? With the letters, yeah, and then never, it just says never. Blah, 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 blah. Never. But then we just get straight up Sister Location, the hype. And then we just were wondering who the heck that was back then behind the title. There was never just one. Yep, never just one location. I think we were theorizing whether that could be, you know, the old Fredbear's Family Diner. I think that's what we were thinking about back then. And then we see Baby. That is an amazing piece of work, man. Again, I always go on about Scott being an artist, and he really is. Look at that. Everyone, please stay in your seats. Yeah, because we had a little teaser from the FNaF World Update too, by the way. That's the first time we ever heard Baby's voice and kind of heard a bit about her. And there we go. And there's something under there. Okay, it just says something about Scott. Okay, I didn't initially see that, but there we go. That's an amazing piece, man. Baby is one of my favorite FNaF animatronics. I love that. Dang. And then we get Ennard. And then we get the line there. There's a piece of me in every body. We didn't know what that was back then. We didn't know what that meant. Of course, with a lot of these teasers, it was all just spitball and speculation. And most of the time we were wrong. And to this day, we're still wrong when we go on about teasers. We really are. Like, rare cases we're right. Anyway, yeah, first look at Ennard here. Look at that. It's incredible. Some of the sister location teasers, I think they're some of the best, man. They're so good. So good. And then we got the Biddy Babs here. Don't hold it against us. That's something we start hearing about in the trailer. I don't know if the trailer was already a thing between these teasers or after these teasers. Not entirely sure. But the Biddy Babs there, nothing new with brightening up or anything like that. Just look at them like that, like a whole army. And then the first kind of switch thing. This made us think that this was going to be something that we really had to use in the office. We thought we were going to get back then. Like, we thought we were going back to an office premise. Obviously, we didn't know that sister location was going to end up being like a different thing each night, as we know now. You know, the first night we're protecting ourselves against the Biddy Babs, and then the second night we're defending against Balor and going into the place of Fun and Freddy. You know, we didn't know it was going to be structured like that. We really did think it was going to be an office setting. So we were all theorizing that, you know, as it says here, get back on your stage. Now we thought we were going to use this to make the animatronics, you know, go away, go back to their positions. And then, yeah, when we brighten up, we see them in arenas. So we associated this as well with probably that being the mechanic to get them away from us and all that stuff there. And then, due to FNaF being 2 years old, Scott actually gave us some behind the scene images. These are real neat, you know, seeing the kind of wireframes of the models of Freddy, seeing Bonnie in more detail, seeing him pull off his head, like in the trailers, and seeing some other cool images to do with the office and whatnot. Yeah, real good stuff to be had here. Cancelled due to leaks. We're all freaking out. Oh my god, sister location's not gonna come out because it got leaked and Scott didn't like it getting leaked. And then we brighten it up and then we see all this weird writing here that I'm not actually gonna read right now. Continuing forward, Ennard, just his face there. So we already seen Ennard, but we got his face with a release date. Did it come out on that date? I have no idea with Scott. Yeah, we really thought it was gonna be like an office thing. Like we were gonna be in the middle. And then we'd have to defend ourselves just like the classic FNaF games, you know, sit and survive. But no, it was more of a free roam kind of style game, you know. And then that again, for some reason, I don't know if these have a complete order now and then. And then the date again, like, okay, more date by the way. And then it probably came out. And it's just more of the black screen like Scott likes to do. And then the custom night. The actual custom night, that was like crazy, because although a lot of people like sister location, I think people were wanting that classic FNaF experience, because even though FNaF 4 was kind of more like it, it wasn't us in the office setting, you know. I know back then people wanted change, and FNaF 4 had that change, but deep down inside, yeah, we wanted to be in the office. We wanted to defend ourselves like the classic FNaF games, and that's what Scott gave us here with the sister location custom night. We got that experience, and it was a really good experience as well, because we ended up getting, you know, secret cutscenes and all that good jibber jabber, and seeing, like, I think it was Michael Afton who was actually in the cutscenes, like, deteriorate over time, and then we see him getting taken over by Baby and Ennard and all that stuff. Was really interesting. I don't know where we're seeing more. Oh, that was okay, coming soon to iOS and Android. Right, I don't think that even happened. So then we start getting more teasers to do with the books, and the next one being the twisted ones and yada yada. Yeah, okay, let's just move on. All right then. But then after some time we get hit with a new teaser to do with a new FNaF game, as we know now as Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. Our first look at who we didn't really know as back then, Scrap, baby, we actually started calling her Freak Show Baby, especially due to the whole teaser we had with the Freddy Files book and all that good stuff, so we kind of linked that together. But yeah, we had this teaser for the longest time. Scott was not giving us teasers on this game. I think he explained in the past that he kind of just got tired of that concept, you know, he wanted to break from that. He threw out this one and only teaser here, and that was it. He just wanted to go off in his corner, work on the game in silent, you know, cook it up, make it real good, and that's what he did. But then another anniversary rolled around, as they do, and Scotty came out of hiding, showed us even more anniversary pictures, which were even more cool than before, because we actually got teased during those anniversary pictures the scrap animatronics. We saw Malt and Freddy back there, although we didn't know their names back then, of course. Yeah, we saw Malt and Freddy, we saw parts of Scrap Baby, I think we saw parts of other salvage animatronics, and yeah, it was really awesome. And then Freddy, which is to do with Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. Just Freddy there. I think it becomes more pixelated or something, like it becomes more 8-bit over time, or he just eventually transitions to 8-bit. Yeah, like he's there for ages. He's just sat there. Oh yeah, then it becomes 8-bit. We're just like, what is going on here? I think what ended up happening, which is really weird, is that, yeah, we had the initial teaser with Scrap Baby and, you know, us thinking we're going to get a mainline FNaF game. But then during those months, Scott turns around and I guess in the end trolled us, because, yeah, we did end up getting our mainline FNaF game being Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. But he ended up going more so on about making a fun game, making the game all about just having a chill time, not needing to worry it being good or it being bad, whatever. And that's why he came up with this whole FNaF Tycoon thing. Hence why, yeah, now we're seeing all these 8-bit images, but we obviously knew what ended up happening.
Hello?
Salvage. So after the craziness with FNaF Pizzeria Simulator, we then get the announcement of the ultimate custom night, and dang, a plethora of teasers were had with this. Every character that was going to make the roster was practically teased and had their own teasers. So yeah, I'm not going to go over these individually, guys. There are so dang many. Then our next huge game, and I really mean huge game, guys, because the first, not just 3D, but official VR experience to do with FNaF was going to be hit up, and that was FNaF VR Help Wanted. And dang, was it insane. But looking at this teaser more specifically about Help Wanted, yep, the infamous one, we have that fan model Spring Bonnie thing there, and yeah, that definitely shook up the community at the time. And then as you can see, guys, you know, gonna skip some of these here, just more to do with the game screenshots back then. That was cool, like an actual endo here. I think that was like a real life endo or something. So that was kind of interesting. And then let's go on to this, which is a game that's not even out yet. We don't even know the title. FNaF Security Breach. I forgot. We actually do. So now we know this as FNaF Security Breach, which isn't currently, as of this video, out yet. So I think it would be cool to come back to this and look at teasers once again in a year or two or whatever, you know, when we're 3 more games down the line of FNaF as of this video, you know. So yeah, that'd be neat. Anyway, you know, the Glamrock animatronics we're seeing for the first time. Although back then we didn't know they were Glamrocks, but we're seeing the whole mall thing here, which is real neat, bright and image. There's nothing really much here. It's saying 2020, which is still hopefully going to be a thing. I think it's going to be a lot later this year, though, than we initially thought. 58. Okay, this is to do with the charity stream, I believe. This is to do with Freddy in Space 2 and whatnot. So we had the Glamrock stuff. We had, you know, the FNaF Security Breach thing there. And then we had a little, like, charity stream thing. And then we go back to the Glamrock, seeing Glamrock Freddy in slightly more details, slightly more close-up. He's got all these fans here. You know, he's rocking it out. He's doing his thing. So many people enjoy the animatronic concert that's being had here. We brighten it up. It's just pretty white. Nothing much going on there, but it's cool to see him in more detail. And then we go back to the charity thing, and then we get whatever this is. So we kind of went back and forth from the charity stream with Freddy's in Space 2 to the Glamrock Security Breach stuff, and then we get FNaF AR. Beautiful. And then we get more books. This is the Do you know, I can't even remember what the title is. Do you know what? This, I don't know. This is the, tell me the title. It's not telling me. I don't know. It's to do with the books, okay? Fazbear Fright Book series. I don't know. Then we get Glamrock Montgomery, I think his name. Yeah, it says it right there, Montgomery. So we all thought it was Foxy, but no, it's some kind of crocodile, by the way. We brighten it up. Completely white. Just says Jam. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Alright, and then we actually get the title. So prior to that, we didn't know the actual title, but now we do. Security Breach. Good stuff. This is like a real recent thing, like a month or so ago. And then the latest one. Our first ever female night guard. I mean, we've had female FNaF characters in the past, like especially with the books. But in terms of the games, we haven't really had any. And it being an actual night guard, so this is real neat. Real neat. This is actually the last one, guys. Yep, so from all the way to the first FNaF 1 picture, teaser, all the way to the latest 2020 with our FNaF female night guard. Wow.